Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron's 4's World Ablaze. Sounds too apt of a title right now, but yeah, we are dealing with all of this here.
Zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Auf geht's.
What I really want to do is binaries, but see, right now we need 48 more rubber, and this gives us current gain bonus. What is it? 4. So that's 10, 12 more of these. Wow. Okay. Let's stick to core territories. Let's come somewhat east back here. Doing production. Okay, Norway succumbed to our encouragement to join the Greater Reich. We'll get 41 civilian trains, 5,000 rifles. Hey Eric, what is a 1934 SR-06 rifle? That's something you've ever heard of, Eric? Or the 1938 G7 SMG? I didn't know Norway had any submachine guns. And 3,500 other stuff. Support equipment. Oh, some 1940 SR-08-2 rifles and submachine guns. I'm thinking this is just a bunch of BS. 38 trucks, 15,000 fuel. Okay. Okay, and we did that without any using the mountain divisions, which of course were what was there originally. But you guys head up there now, because we're gonna, I guess, send you up there and get our Panzer divisions back. Let's look at resources up here. Okay, aluminum, chromium, which is nice, more iron and tungsten, nice. Not anymore. Well, now we have an excess of iron and steel. So what I want to do is come over here. Let's first get rid of that. Get rid of that. And not get rid of too much of that, but just some of that to start with. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wondered. He's, of course, the Norwegian expert on small arms. Before I... those weapons might exist as some named weapon in some country. You know, I don't know. And just, you know, copy and paste and not taking enough time to do it. Now, I understand, you know, look, I'm not sure whether that is a modded weapon, but I think it is because of the way they're doing their small arms here with the machine guns, rifles combo. So I think it's modded. They may exist in some country, and like I say, just copy and paste because, yeah, it's a lot of effort to go do Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, you know, blah, 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 blah. What I honestly object to is not that the names don't match, whatever the historical realities might be. And I get the idea. Okay, yeah, okay, here's what I object to. Again, totally not objecting to the idea that they're not the historical flavor names. Here is the problem here, and yes, it is a problem. Okay. This is the Gewehr 98 plus MP 18. Pre-war weapons. Okay. Now, can I okay, I'm going to presume, I know that isn't always the best thing to do, but I'm going to presume that this tree here, this part of this tree, is the same for all nations. Okay, and just changing for, I'm going to presume it. Someone can correct me if they know that I'm wrong, either now in chat or later on. No, or later on in below on YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to presume for the moment that this part of the tree here is the same for all nations. I know that these are specific models of Panzers that aren't the same for all nations. This is specifically done for Germany. I'm going to presume these infantry weapons are all the same for all the nations. And just changing, you know, flavor names and pictures. Why is this a bad thing? What they're currently doing here? Well, this is the Gewehr 98 plus MP 18. Yeah, okay, both World War I weapons. Is the Gewehr 98 is standard German use at the beginning of World War I. The MP 18 is coming in just at the end of World War I. But okay, that's good. And you can go, and I know this is coming off of dealing with Norway and their use of Krag Jorgensen rifles. through to the end of the existence of the Norwegian army in 1940. Well, Norway had no submachine guns as far as I know. So why would you make them? And I'm presuming, at this scale, yeah, it's not really worth. Is the Gewehr 98 better than the Krag Jorgensen? Yes, it is. I could argue, and I know even Eric would agree with me, though. You can love something and not because it's the best, just because you love it because it's cool, or even because it's not the best, you can love it, or other reasons, And he loves the Krag Jorgensen, but the Gewehr 98 is a better rifle. But really, at this scale, I don't know that it makes any difference. But it does. The MP18 does make a difference, okay? It makes a significant difference. So why don't they have... So if we just have Gewehr 98s plus MP18s, then whatever the hell Afghan troops are equipped with at the minimum level is equally the same. And it wouldn't have been. And again, but they didn't fight in Afghanistan, blah, blah, blah. But they did fight against Norway, and Norway had no submachine guns, as far as I know, of any number. And I'm not talking about was there somebody designing one or whatever, but there were none put into production. Okay, so you should have a weapon setup, and I know you can talk, this is flavor. Okay, fine, this is flavor, but you should have, this is Germany. Yeah, they did not, you're right, Toyjet, but thanks for the confirmation. This is the minimum standard. Well, Germany's minimum standard at the end of World War I is better than significantly by the addition of the MP18 submachine guns, is better than the minimum standard in Norway. Okay, so you should have a more minimum standard than what we're having here. And well, most nations, had a World War I era heavy machine gun, and we could argue MG08 is a great gun. The Devil's Paintbrush, as it's sometimes called, is a great gun. It is a bit heavy. The only thing that is, the only two of them, I think, and I don't know the exact weight, but in this mounting, definitely lighter was the Vickers machine gun, which is basically a Maxim with the action sort of turned upside down internally, which make able to build the gun a little bit lighter. And of course, their tripod is lighter than this quad pod that was quite heavy. And the Browning 1917 machine gun, water-cooled machine gun, that also its mounting is lighter. I'm not absolutely certain, but probably also lighter in actual gun weight, but very similar guns. And the 1910 Russian Maxim was heavier, very much so in its wheeled mounting, but it sort of made up for it in that it had a wheeled mounting. You can go to lighter weight than the Hotchkiss guns. And so, yeah, okay, you're not going to get a whole lot more, a lot of differences between them at sort of a strategic level. So I sort of get basic heavy water-cooled machine gun as sort of standard minimum. Got a bunch of them. Fine with that. Also, no hand grenades. Thank you, Toyjet. I did not know that Norway did not have hand grenades. So that is another tactical. See, I literally did not know that until Toyjet just bring it up there now. So whether you want to, this is Stalin hand grenade M43. So what I look for and what I want as a player of a game like this is for Norway to be equipped like Norway was in 1936 and 1940. Obviously, beyond 1940, we go into what-if territories. But up until 1940, I want Norway to be equipped with what it was. Now, if it's this is if it's AI. This is if it's AI controlled. I want it to follow a national focus tree that would do, this is the generic one, okay, but I would want it to follow one that would do a historical basic national focus tree. I would want it to have a historical equipment. I would want it to have historical orders of battles for divisions. I wanted to have the historical size of the army with maybe the potential for it's calling out its reserves. I want all that historical if it's the AI. And then I want, if a player is going to play the country, I want the player to be able to make plausible alternate choices. Like, what if you're going to build an armored force and have Norwegian tanks? And that's sort of a nod to Eric. So yeah, what if you're going to do that? Or what if you're going to build all submarines and no ships to sort of, sink anything trying to invade Norway? Or, what ifs that are plausible, that are possible for the human player to make changes. But I want the AI to go down the historical path on things like that. And so yes, this is, and I know I'm repeating myself because we sort of have to on the internet. This is just flavor, but you need a minimum below this for, nations like Norway, like Denmark, and that they would, and I know the Netherlands, they were stuck with also pre-World War I rifles up and through, I'm forgetting, what were they, Arno? What were the rifles of, were they, the Austrian rifles? I forget what rifles the Netherlands had, but they were pre-World War I rifles. Yeah, Mannlichers, that's right. Thank you. M95s. Thank you, Arno. And so they're stuck with these early stuff as well. So they don't have a lot of modern stuff. That is partially why Germany is so victorious, because they have a lot of modern equipment, and, in fairly large numbers, and can do so fairly effectively. So you need that kind of stuff, whether you're making a mod or whether you're making the game. And then you add the flavor elements, but just simply on the power levels of the equipment. The carbines we made and the rifles were of older age and converted to at least 5 types of carbines. Oh, absolutely. I've watched the Sea and Arsenal's really good, really great channel on World War I weaponry. They're expanding into other areas now, but they covered the Dutch use of the various carbine Mannlichers and various versions, mainly for use down in the Dutch East Indies, and various upgrade stuff of all different types. So they were, having a lot of activities, sometimes combat, and otherwise trying to control their empire out here as well. So there was an imperial reason to do that. But so that's just to show the relative, because even if you just scrubbed away all of the flavor and just go pre-World War I rifle, World War I rifle with submachine gun, pre-World War I or World War II rifle with early submachine gun, just even if you do this, now we're getting to the Gewehr 41, which the Germans moderate amounts of them, mostly large trials amounts. The two models of Gewehr 41s, the Walter and the Mauser version. Now the Gewehr 43 in very large amounts, never catching up to the Karabiner 98 Kurtz. Carbine 98 short. That's what all that means. And I don't know whether I think there's more Gewehr 43s than MP 44 types that that. But you know, these were, you know, very, very modern. The U.S. obviously starts the war with M1 Garands. I mean, well, yeah, they have them, but a lot of, like in the Philippines, I think there's very few M1 Garands. I think there may be some. Mostly Springfields are still issued out there. And then I would sort of categorize the M1 carbine as a assault rifle. The only thing it really doesn't do is go full auto. But I would categorize it as such, at least on this scale of a game, for this kind of fill-in. But also the Netherlands. Yeah, the Netherlands itself. But the reason they were messing around with all the different types of carbines was trying to use them out in the East Indies. East Indies was a mess of weapons-wise. We had Johnson rifles captured Italian. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Out there. By the time the war is going on now, the Johnson rifles, those don't come about until after the start of the war. So I don't know that you would. I know. I think the Johnson rifles were all in here. I think Arno. I don't know that any of them made it to the Dutch East Indies, but yeah, you had lots of captured stuff out there as well. So, okay, so we're sort of occupying up to here. We've got these guys. Let's put them on trains and send them up to Narvik. I hate it. They gave the Johnson rifle to the Netherlands in game before. Yeah, I know, because it didn't exist. Did not exist. They sunk some of our ships out here. We are building some levels of replacements. Are we still sending stuff? No. Well, sort of, yes. Okay, well. Do we have more? Okay, between patrol aircraft. Okay. Tactical bombers is what we're sort of low on. Patrol aircraft. You come up to here, and I don't want to deselect you. What I want to do is now we're going to send it up there. I want it to patrol up here. Yeah. One tip to do is we're going to put another avoid if we can here. Run your supplies through Oslo. Come on, guys. That they're in such bad shape that they can't handle the... Yeah, it's damaged a little bit here. So let's get construction. Where's Oslo? Here. Probably way, way down here. I know we got so many things. A lot of them are from... Okay, it's this Oslandet thingy. Okay, I saw it up here. Move you to the top. Get that fully repaired fast. Yeah, I know, Arno, but there probably isn't that big of a difference between the various versions of Mannlichers. and the Enfields at this game level. It would be if we were playing a tactical game, I would agree. Alliance with Finland. Okay, let's go for that. Sounds like a plan. Let's deselect those. Let's select, so we're hopefully getting all of his forces. Come down to Oslo. And we'll get you out of here. I really wish I could control this more microly. Okay, well, now it's shifted a bit. Okay. We lost gain base war support 13%. Okay. Oh, well, that's better. And now we're just sending it into here, I guess. Well, this is happening. Yes, we're losing trains to... See, again, now I gotta go, oh, hello. Now go out to here. Instead of over here. I know I'm bitching and moaning about things. But that's what I do, I guess. Oh, 500, 590, 480. Nope, not quite worth even at half to do this right now. That will help with construction and factory repair speed. That's helping there. Well, let's come over here. Let's do field hospital. That will be somewhat helpful there. Okay, we currently have excess fighters over our... So let's deploy another air wing here. You get here. Let's come out here. Gosh. Come out here and you deploy and you go after that. Oh, did I find these guys? You go after that there. Okay. So that should help a bit. Here. Up here and you go after fighters and bombers, yeah. Look at the Dutch tech tree. I don't know if I need to switch games for that. Let's just come... Well, I don't... Yeah, I may have to switch nations to see the tech tree. Yeah, I'll do it after this, after we conclude this episode, Arno. We're just sort of holding out in the desert here. I don't know that that's a good strategy. I guess it's a strategy I'm doing, but I thought I was moving another couple of divisions. Oh, that's coming to there. I think it's just generic with screwy names, you know. Okay, guys. You come home to Seton. There we go. There'll be less supply needs up there. I don't think we're going to be invaded anytime soon. Okay, now this is good. This is now supplying this well. Okay, you come to Trondheim. You come down to here. You come over to there. Guess it's a port up here. It's sort of the middle plains area. And you can come up to here. Alliance with Finland, very nice. Hopefully that'll work out well for us. No, we're not going to approach Turkey just yet. Captured equipment. Here? Don't use it. I don't normally look for this. Or know if you can tell me how to find captured equipment quickly. I'll gladly look at it. Normally not something I bother with looking up. Hey, Beam Slam. Finland joins the Axis. Great, we have another nation that wants to be on the winning side, of course. You press a unit. Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought we used generally. Yeah, here we can see. What rifles are they using with Dutch symbols? I don't know. These guys have any Dutch rifles? Got French. Got Czech. They got American. Somehow they have American Pride Lend-Lease. To somebody. Don't know if being up here makes them any more likely to have Dutch weapons. Yeah, I got some Thompsons. I think some of the divisions that got sent out here have any identifiably Dutch. No. No. These are Hungarian. Nope, they just got Hungarian stuff. Let's look at recent build units. Well, we've got a lot of American stuff that around here. No, I don't see any Dutch stuff right offhand. So I don't know. Let's check out the Waffen SS units here. What are they equipped with? Yeah, some French rifles, some Citrons. Moss 36s. Oh, and more Moss 36s. Oh no, I didn't want you to move. Stay there. Well, the Republic of Finland changed the business status. They're leaving the faction? Well, they just joined. That's sort of screwy. Why would they want to leave the faction? We're nice guys. They have some prejudice against Nazis or something? Yeah, well, guess we don't get to have Finland in. We're capturing these guys. These Soviet spies are just defecting because I have nobody out there trying to hunt them. They just don't like the Soviet Union. Defecting. That's all it is. Okay. Well, now that we have these guys out here, let's see. Where do we want to put them? We want to put them out. Well, okay. Envoy rating. Let's go mid-Atlantic. Can they get out there? Yes. Ah, captured when I do Lend-Lease. Let's okay, start Lend-Lease. Let's look here for no, somehow we have a bunch of Spanish weapons. Don't know how they got that. Portuguese, don't know how we captured Portuguese stuff. Austrian, yeah, when we took over Austria. Czechoslovakia, when we took over Czechoslovakia. Okay, here we go. This looks like the Dutch flag to me. Bergman MP28 machine guns. Heavy weapons 2, heavy weapons 3. There's those. Oh no, that's Luxembourg, I guess. A bunch of Browning machine guns. Okay, yeah, Johnson's. We got 14,000 Johnson M41 rifles, and then just heavy weapons. Yeah. Yeah, it's just your basic sort of stuff here, I guess. Here's those same things for Denmark. I guess it's just sort of a generic placeholder they're putting in. I haven't heard of them. What is our supply node? Yeah, mostly generic. And that part, yeah, I mean, it just everybody, knows it's flavor, and that's fine. Flavor's cool, and mod makers, how much detail are they going to put into flavor for every nation? Not that we wouldn't want more flavor for nations. It's just, how much detail do you do it? And so I understand not. I was more bitching and moaning about, let's go down to just 100 imported. There we go. That'll be more civil factories. That should Still give us an excess. Yes. I'm happy with an excess right now. Hello, Eric, again. Use some heavy anti-air. More anti-air production. Okay. Okay, passenger planes completed. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, it's the rubber that's mostly crippling now. We're going up in more and more needs of it. Or the Soviets are not supplying as much as they said they would. Improved medicine, very good. But I think we're going to end this episode here, not the live stream, but the episode. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank everyone. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Even those live on YouTube can hit the like button. It helps out a little bit with YouTube. Do appreciate it all. See you next time for even more, yes, more Hearts of Iron.